may praise the director of Cuties as some sort of feminist icon, but the left doesn't seem at all concerned with the well-being of the next generation of women. What kind of effect will these hypersexualized films have on these little girls and the culture at large? Here to help us understand this, Cynthia Garrett, founder of Cynthia Garrett Ministries, who works with a lot of young women, and the author of I Choose Victory. Cynthia, I actually thought the film wouldn't be as bad as people were saying. I thought, oh, people must be, but I watched it, the entire thing today. And I had to keep turning it off when I heard my kids coming down the hallway. I didn't want them to even come near what I was watching. Your reaction to what you're hearing about this?
Well, you know, Laura, first of all, I'm so happy that you're covering this, because I think the problem is that people want to stick their head in the sand. My reaction to this was, I mean, I was mortified. I was the victim of childhood sexual abuse. And for any woman or leader, from, you know, a former first lady to these men who are heads of these streaming services, Netflix, for them to justify this is really an attempt to justify the fact that they don't want to deal with truth. They wouldn't let their children have made this movie, I'm quite sure. And I think Netflix has just declared open season on our children. This is about the normalization of pedophilia, and I hate to say it, but out here in California, we're dealing with SB 145 being pushed to the floor, and that is truly about making pedophilia a normal sexual orientation. So where are we going with this? I know where we're going with it. We're trying to get kids used to, you know, minor attracted persons, MAPS, this whole new category of what you call grown-ups who are attracted to children. And when you start changing these names, Laura, you know, this is about taking the stigma away from the word pedophilia. You're not a pedophile, you're a MAP.
There's a massive effort underway for everyone who hasn't been tuned into this, and we're going to cover this in depth next week. Massive effort underway in California to destigmatize pedophilia by lowering the age, by essentially getting rid of the age of consent for certain sexual activity. It is horrific, and it has to be stopped. Here's the director of Cuties, Cynthia, defending the film. Take a look.
Cuties is a deeply feminist film with an activist message. We must all together to figure out what is the best for our children. As a director, as an artist, I'm doing my part with this film. Politicians, the education system, parents, children. I think all together we have to fix what's gone wrong.
Cynthia, you consider this a deeply feminist film? Quickly.
Consider this a film that takes away the power that we fight for as women. I consider this a film that tells little girls that the best way to get attention and the best way to feel powerful is to shake your butt. And saying this film is bringing up this discussion of child sexual exploitation is baloney, because you don't exploit children to prove that we need to talk about exploiting children.
Cynthia, thank you so much. I know you're going to come back when we go more in depth on this topic next week. Thanks so much.